Move this out of here. Oh, snap. Alright, what are we doing? Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome. Cold-blooded monsters. Good afternoon. How is everyone doing? Sorry for being a couple minutes late. I was outside on duty patrol. Not only do we keep Dennis. Yes, YouTube does like me. Oh, alright. So, can't stay though. Okay, well, I'm glad you showed up. Thank you, sir. I just watched your, what was that video you just did? Crap, I just watched one of them. Nick the Dick. What is happening? Why are there two of you? Because I haven't shut off the other one of me yet. Let me get on that. I like having two of me. Silly. Thank you, though. Mr. Dennis. Chevy Push. Yes. So we got Mr. Don Cervantes, Smiley Aquatics, Dan Slee. How are you guys and gals doing? Yeah, I was out on duty patrol. Not only do we have to take care of our tank mates, but we have to clean up after our four-legged friends, and the snow is now melting. We're in the 50s. So, I had to go out there and take care of that. Show some love to the dogs, our four-legged friends, because they don't want to go outside and have to walk in that stuff. So we got to clean up after all of them. Like we clean our tanks, we got to clean up for our pups too. But I'm the outside guy. My wife does all the stuff on the inside of the house. I do all the stuff on the outside of the house, Make it 3. I could make it 3. I would just have to set up my phone, but that would be too many of this ugly face. So I got my sweat on. I'm outside just in my shirt. I just put my shrimp pimp shirt on. What? As a present from my wife. She wanted something, I don't know, and I don't know if it was something that was available, but she had the shirt done. Let me put my four-eyed friends on, so I could read all this stuff really well. Let me see if they did tell you. Yeah. So the other day I did you need to live stream a tank, maybe. Yeah, pretty cool shirt. Yeah, I could do a tank. That's no problem. But the other day I did a live stream about some foods I use, and I left some foods out. I didn't even get to them all. So let's see if we can. Thank you, Chevy Fish. Let's see if we can get those foods involved. I'll actually grab them and put them over here. Scoop this off to the side. Where would that food be? We are young. 1 second. Oh, here it is. All right. So, I got this the other day. You guys know that I feed Northfin. Where the heck's that can at? Hold on. I just had it. Oh, here it is. Woo woo. So you guys know I feed Northfin Pro, and a lot of people that order the shrimp, I send it to you guys so you can feed it. This Bug Pro. Because of the ingredients, it's really good. You know, it's got the black soldier fly larvae. It's kind of like a better version of bug bites. So as a present to myself, what's this? I got a new iPad. Oh, nice. Nice shirt. Thank you, Cold Blooded Monsters. Dan Slee's back. So I use this because, and I sent it to you guys because the high ingredients in it, and the shrimp like it, and it's good, you know, the stuff in here for them to get proteins and, you know, all the good stuff. So, the other day, my buddy's really buying into the Northfin stuff at his store. I mean, he's got he's got the big, huge, what are they, $40 tubs of fish flake, all this stuff, real expensive. Well, anyways, I got one of these to try it. It's the Northfin Veggie. Because you know how we all like to, you know, or how some people, I do, I feed my shrimp vegetables or, you know, leaf products and stuff like that. And this has organic kelp, whole Antarctic krill meal, high omega-3 DHA, herring meal, whole sardine meal, wheat flour, spirulina, garlic, never heard of that. Morellionite clay. If I said that right, I probably didn't. Vitamin A. You know, the B12 supplement, riboflavin, niacin, pantothenic acid, blah, 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 blah. On and on and on and on. So I thought, okay, we'll try this, you know, and give this to them. It's the same size, little chips, but I mean it's real expensive. It's not something that I, you know, recommend going out. Yeah, this is the 1 millimeter sinking pellet. It goes up to 3. Yeah, it's got 1, 2, and 3 millimeters, but it works good. They like it. I wouldn't say like go out buy the big bags like this. My store has it marked at $20, you know, so is it worth it? I mean, you feed very little. I mean, just like this is pretty much up to, see, it's 250 grams in this bag, I believe. Yeah, so these are both 250 grams. They're just different packages. I don't know. I get it because I like to send it to you guys. I like to put different stuff in the tanks. You know, for the shrimps and stuff like that. Oh, you feed them too, Dan? Oh, nice. The shrimp like it. It's got a shitload of protein. Yep. The whole veggie thing is misleading. Yeah. It's, you know, I just figure this one has the bugs in it. This one has, you know, more spirulina content, you know, so it's just... yeah, I feed my cichlids green beans all day. It's just, you know, instead of buying 19 different powdered foods, it helps a little bit. So I'm sweating my butt off coming out in from outside. Yeah, it's very nice out, so I don't want to turn here. Let me keep this fan on. and we can feed a tank. Put a camera on a tank. I think I might do the orange, white, blue tigers today. And you know what I'm gonna try too is I don't know if it'll work, but hold on. You're gonna lose me for a minute, so don't go nowhere, or I'm gonna lose you, camera-wise. But nothing major. Alright, there we go. What I'm gonna try is to see if I can use my new phone. As you guys know, it's not a secret, I have really bad tremors. It's not so bad if I don't drink coffee, but me not drinking coffee is like unheard of. It's not possible. So if I don't put so much coffee into the, to make a pot of coffee, then it's not the worst. But I don't know. I like the flavor of coffee, even though I douse it with sugar and milk and everything. But like yesterday, I made it weak, and of course I wasn't sweating like this. So coffee kicks my ass. I don't drink coffee anymore. I know. Use dedicated shrimp food. Yeah, dedicated shrimp food's good, but just I don't know. It's there's so many foods that have been around for years. It's not the end of the world, I guess. Thank you for downloading. See, I did this new phone the other day. Let me see if I can get her kicked down. Because this phone will do incredible video. Hold on. Alright, do this. Do this. Oops. Do this. Okay, then we can do this. Connection failed. See, it's it's a new hookup on this phone, so it might not snag it. Ulysses Nunez, hey, what's happening, Nunez? Yeah, I don't know. PC server. Boop, boop, boop. Let me see if I get this working. Yeah, see, the app that's on my phone right now might be the old one, and that's why it's not Wi-Fi. What's this? Make sure the numbers are right. 4747. Oh, see, the numbers are wrong. That is why it will not. Let me see how I get around that. Boo, 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 boo. Settings was about useless. Probably ain't gonna work this time either. Nope. Yeah, it's probably not going to work through this. Because it's the old, for some reason it's reading, alright, hold on. Can I change it on this? Let's see. It probably won't. Oh, there it goes. Look at that. Wow, dang. Shut up. Alright, I've never used this yet, so let's give her a whirl. What the hell is it? What is all this shit? Alright, let's try this again. Autofocus. There it is. Alright. So this would be, yeah, the snowflake stuff is it's super, I mean, it's hot. It's like my favorite stuff. I mean, even the Soloaces go nuts over it, so it's like my go-to. There it is. Hey! Let's see how these new super expensive cameras get going here. See if this thing can even hold the weight of this camera. Alrighty. Let's get some things set up here, I guess. Let's shrink my ugly face. Blow this. Blow it up. Alright, so this has to video capture. This is 2. Why is 2 in front of? That's that. There? Alright, there we go. There you go. Alright. Skirt. Alrighty. Alright, let me see. Appreciate you mentioning that, but then again, you produce it. You have an interest in saying so. I produce a line of shrimp food and know a lot about it. I can't 100% tell you it's not a ripoff. Oh, no, homemade shrimp foods usually are not. It's just that, there's a lot of foods in the stores, at least here in the U.S., that that have been around for 50 years. So it's not always a bad thing to change up, but I try to keep it as. Oh, that was a bunch of bullshit. I try to keep it as natural as possible, but it just comes down to, I don't know, preference, I guess. Personal preference. What people want. And I think it's the ability to get stuff easy, too. Like, I make my own homemade food. Some people buy it, but they can also use, it's not hard to feed shrimp. So, you can feed them anything. There we go. See how that looks. Oh, that's not too bad. I've been keeping shrimp for over 15 years now. Yeah, well, fish meal isn't good for shrimp. Well, like I said, it comes down to the accessibility and the need for, what people want to get. The easiest thing that, that they can get. I mean, it's have a primitive immune system. It's just it's up to the customer, I guess, and the people that breed the shrimp. I mean, they graze off the bottom all day. It's kind of like catfish, they more or less will eat anything. So it's I don't know. Guess it just comes down, like I said, it comes down to the customer and what they want to eat or what they want to pay for. So. Oh yeah, Nick. I'm sorry. I was thinking about he doesn't really do YouTube stuff though because he has a medical condition. So hook you up with my friend in California who does nothing but shrimp care and other things of that nature. That actually orders all the shrimp for the old fish store that I use. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, maybe he's got some ingredients that I can use for for the shrimp or anything like that. Anything like that. There we go. Yeah, see, I'm going to have to play with this camera. I just grab a different bag every day and give them a good rotation of food and then shrimp fit and back to AE a couple times a week. That's all I do, Don. I have, like I said, I got so many foods. I mean, you name it, from Tetra Tropical Color Granules. They go crazy over that. The Bug Pro they like. It's just the snowflake they go crazy over. It's just it's not, like I said, it's not hard to feed shrimp. It's really not. They're scavengers. There's not much to it. And it's like to feed, you want to feed, give them some proteins like they would get, let's say, from a dead carcass or something. Well, you can feed them higher proteins. I mean, I got, like I've showed you guys before, I mean, I feed this stuff. I don't feed it a lot, it's this, the Tropical Pro Defense, and that's got 60% protein in it, but it's a food with probiotic for fry, probiotic yeast, multivitamin, carotenoids, and then I have just the Pro Defense, which is the same thing, but it doesn't have the 60% protein. So it's like, if they more or less eat, did it frickin' stop? The Wi-Fi must have took a crap. I mean, it's been jacked. Well, we have a lot of things hooked up to our Wi-Fi now, and I need to get a new. Let me stop it, and then I'll restart it. We need to get a new router. I have AT&T, but their router is Bootay. There it is. So, I need to purchase a new router. Now, see, it's the only bad thing about this is using it through this application. I can't use all the macro lenses and stuff. So for me to use all those lenses and cameras on the phone, I would have to start the stream using the phone. Muddy Boots, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. What is this? And let me see if I can get it to. See, I have it pretty far away too. Let me see what happens if I switch it forward. So. See, on my phone, it looks perfect. I just have to move it up and over. I don't want to touch it and keep it bouncing. See, I got a little shine on there, but it'd be alright. It's not the best. See, it's, hate that. He definitely does. He taught me a lot about aqua keeping in general. Alright, good, good, good. Oh, who left? Oh, Pierce Shrimp. See you later! Yeah, it's, I mean, Pierce Shrimp's got some, I mean, I've never tried his foods. But I hear a lot of positives about it. So, yeah, he has a product, and if anyone wants to look it up, look him up. There's just so many foods out there these days, and it's hard to. I mean, how many foods do you keep? How many foods do you want to keep? And it comes down to the point of, I guess, we all want to feed our shrimp the best, right? What will keep them alive the longest? All sorts of stuff like that. So it's like, let me back this up a little. Yeah, and then touch it. But I'm not a pro. I couldn't tell you. So all I do is I try foods, and if they work good, I let you guys know. I try to, switch it up. It's just it's how it is, and so that's what I do. Yeah, he's got good food from what I hear. Hey, look, I asked him I don't know, probably 3-4 weeks ago if he would send me some little packages, little sample packs, because I'm not trying to sell his food, but I'm looking for more foods, and if it's something that my shrimp would like, well, then it's possibly products that I would purchase for the shrimp room. Because here's the thing is I like free stuff. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I like free stuff. What I don't like is if I spend money and my shrimp don't like it, then it's just like, and it's happened to me, and it's happened to me with big name brand companies, that say we got the best food, this stuff's the best. Look, it dropped off again. See, it's the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is just butthole-ish garbage. It's great. My Wi-Fi is great for streaming, but I've been playing a little online poker at night, and I'll be like in the middle of a hand with like, you know, $600,000-$700,000 at stake, and it'll say, "Boo, lost connection, connecting." And I'm like, ain't this some crap? Amano Shrimp, welcome. What's this? E2, right? Video. See, it's got to wait to get the Wi-Fi up. But yeah, so anyways, I asked him, and I don't know if he thought that, because I told him, I said, well, if I like it, you know, I'll put it on the stream. And he said, well, you know, I don't get better sales by, you know, putting it on a stream. And I'm like, well, I'm not trying to sell your food for you. It's just another product that I can actually give, you know, a heads up to my, you know, subscribers about. Hey, you know, people say they got good food all day long. Well, if I try it and I like it, I mean, there's a possibility that you could sell some more. Because see, there's someone here in the U.S. that sells his product, and but the thing is I get scared buying somebody's product because I don't know how it is, and I don't want to get burnt by buying their product, and my shrimp don't like it. But to be 100% truthful, no matter what foods I've ever fed to my shrimp, except snowflake, no matter what foods I fed to my shrimp, they don't come at it like raging lunatics until you feed it to them a couple times till they get used to it. Because the smell, they don't know the smell. And they're like, what's that? You're like, why don't my shrimp eat this stuff? Well, it's because the shrimp don't know what it is. You know, it's like, they're like, what? What is this stuff? All right, hold on. Let me put this camera. I hooked it up to put it over here, but I thought I'd try the phone. But what I'm going to have to do is go live with the phone to be able to use those incredible cameras, which I don't have a problem with. I like being able to video the same way I like to feed my shrimp, I guess. I like to have a bunch of ways to do it. All right. So we gotta go here. Oops. This one. Autofocus is not doing me any justice right now, peeps. But Dennis is, I respect Dennis very much. I love his channel. You know, I think the guy, you know, he really knows his stuff. And it's what I like is like him and Dan getting in, you know, talking about what's in shrimp and stuff, because Dan is super smart and intellectual about the shrimp, and Dennis is too. You know, so it's kind of like, you know, Dennis is from over UK area, we're over here, so it's like two masterminds putting their heads together. You know, you don't see that much because he can only brainstorm with so many people that he's used to talking to. And, you know, he can only like talk about certain things with certain people for so long, and then it's kind of like, well, I need somebody new to bounce all these ideas off, or I need somebody new to discuss these facts with, and maybe come up with better ideas of, you know, how to explain, let's say, ingredients when it comes to certain types of things like shrimp food. You know, because people ask about, you know, shrimp foods, and I'm just like, look, these are ingredients that I see my shrimp go nuts over. Black fly larvae, I mean, it's you know, bugs, other dead things in the water. The next thing I'm gonna do is start cutting up shrimp or worms. I'm gonna cut up night crawlers out of the ground, clean them out, you know, get all the mud out of them, And I'm going to drop pieces in here and see how crazy they go over that. I mean, worms have a lot of protein too, but there's a bazillion worms in streams and stuff like that. So worms come up, they drown, they're dead. So it's got to be in their DNA to eat worms. So I'm going to try that and see. TJ Canada, welcome. Was gonna stream it, but never got any viewers anyways. What? I was just watching some shrimp eating mulberry leaf on oh yeah, they go nuts. My trio start producing any time now, but that's where I get all this. Amano shrimp. This thing's packed. This is all ground up mulberry leaf powder. That's why people are like, what's your crack sack? And I'm like, it's mulberry leaf powder. If you see how much they eat the leaf when you drop it in, I like a fresh leaf more than I do a dry leaf. Because it takes time to sink, and then for the shrimp to eat it and stuff. But a fresh leaf, you steep it in some water for a little bit, drop it in there. Oh, they go nuts on it. It's like cheeseburgers, but yeah, another thing is most food is high percent protein. Shrimp only one needs so much. That's true. Yeah. A lot of foods, they have so much protein. I mean, I don't know how many places I've read, don't feed them so much protein, because here's a big thing, their shells, you have to have stuff in there to make their shells, nice and healthy, all sorts of stuff. I've been practicing, working with a bunch of stuff, I'm using another product, because I've seen some scientific proof or some scientific opinions on using it, and then that there's not enough proof. So I figured, what the heck, I'll give it a try. I see a lot of stuff where the shrimp shells are way shinier. It shows that they're thicker, more healthy. And it was in Caradina shrimp a lot that I saw it in. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of homework on this. I haven't seen like the molting ring, the white ring. So I decided to give it a try. Turned on now in case you don't mix that. I think I got Amanos too. I was wondering why my phone. Oh wait, no, that's Instagram. Unless you were doing it on Instagram. I have 23 things on Instagram. But, nothing for Facebook, though. Let me see. Nope, not Facebook. But, here's the product. It's called Shrimp Exo by Aquavitro. And this is, it raises the iodine because it said that iodine is important for the shells of, shrimps, crayfish, all that. It's for freshwater shrimp by Aquavitro. Stabilized, it's a stabilized potassium iodine source intended to aid in replicating the ideal environment for freshwater shrimp. Now, there's comments that say, this is only 0.005% of iodine. It's water and potassium iodine. So some people say that the amount that you would have to put in the tank to get to get it to actually work is, a lot. But then the people that show it and that I've read about, it doesn't actually specify the amount. So I just put in a small amount. This says to put in a teaspoon every 10 gallons, or every 2 weeks. So that's why I was like, okay, well, it's not going to hurt them. It's not going to kill them. But I actually want to see if it makes their shells shinier, and if like I see any difference within the tank. So I've only been using it for a couple weeks now. I bought it with store credit, so it's not super expensive. I can't remember how much it costs. There's no sticker on it. That's how my buddy runs his store. He's been running so much product through there 24/7 that he doesn't even have time to stamp it. So, but I bought 2 of them. I used one. I also use this in my mystery snail tanks. Anywhere. I mean, it's good for rabbits, snails, everything. I mean, how much, I'm just putting little bits in there to see. And if it's positive, cool. If it's not, then, but I mean, these shrimp here, I mean, they're a really good grade, but their shells are super shiny. I put it in every tank. I actually only put 1 milliliter per tank per 2 weeks of water changes. So, like I said, if I see that dull shrimp, are becoming shinier and their shells are, becoming shinier, then okay, hey, I will report that I see that. Until then, I'm not going to report anything. I'm just saying that I'm using Aquavitro Shrimp Exo, and I got a gallon of it. They said it'd be in any day. They got it for free. They had points to use at Aquavitro, and they asked me if I wanted it. Sure, I will try the product. Hey, and free? Okay. And see, you can put Cuttlebone. I have Cuttlebone in my mystery snail. So if no one knows too, I start breeding mystery snails. Reason is because they're super cool. I mean, I like them. I like snails. I don't have a problem with, I used to have a problem with like the bladder snails, what people call pest snails, pond snails and stuff like that. Well, I had a problem with it because I didn't know how to feed my tanks. That's where the problem was. So the problem was mine, not, the tanks. Snails are good for the tank. The shrimp feed off their shells. They feed around them. So, there's got to be a lot of positiveness to having snails in the tank. But mystery snails, they're a whole nother kit and caboodle. Now, I like rabbit snails so much because of their, the snail itself, the way it looks, the skin color of it, the orange, the yellows, the this, the that, and then the shells. It's come down to times where, I'm like, shoot, I should just, what'd be cool is just have a tank of just rabbit snails, all different types of rabbit snails. I tried going down that avenue one time and purchasing rabbit snails from somebody who like imports them and stuff, and they came in just crappy. The ends of the shells were all gone and everything. They had terrible shell growth and everything, and they're like, oh, don't worry about it once you start making babies and this and that. And I'm like, but I want to buy, if you're importing them, sell me, or buy better snails, but it's like, so I've gone down that road and they didn't show up the best, so I've kind of stayed away from it. But anyways, I want to start breeding them to sell them, because, they pull a good price. Now, of course, on my channel, I won't sell them full price, but the store wants to offer me a really good amount for them. So I was like, they're like, would you start breeding them? I was like, sure, I'll give it a try. And I tried, and it was a shrimp tank. It was my call tank, so it had planaria in it. Didn't know, so I put snails in it, and they started making all these clutches. I got a whole thing of clutches over there, and then all of a sudden I see the mystery snails covered being attacked by planaria, and I'm like, what? You got to be kidding me! So what I should have done was pull the snails out, but I figured using the no planaria, it's all natural. I was like, they should be fine. It doesn't kill ram's horn snails, nothing. It just kills sensitive snails. Well, I put it in there. Yep, killed them all. And it didn't matter how many water changes I did. They all died. So, what I did yesterday is I went to my buddy's store and I picked up 10 or 12 really nice ones. I came home, I gutted the tank, took it apart, took all the shrimps out of it, put them in a bucket. I took everything out and I took it over into my laundry room and I scraped all the glass, got all the old algae off. I cleaned it with a piece of sponge, the black sponge for a filter. That's all I cleaned it with. Scrubbed around on that, hit it with the razor blade, rinsed it out, cleaned it up super nice, brought it back, put it up there, refilled it, put all the shrimp back in it, put brand new filters in it that were, not in a tank. They were dry over here. They're just regular sponge filters. They're not the duals. Put all that stuff in there, put a bunch of moss in it that's covered with good bacteria and algae and stuff. Put all the shrimps back in it, and I put one one mystery snail in it. I got to test the tank and make sure, because what my buddy at the store said is probably the no planaria is stuck in the silicone. It's in the sponges. It's all over, and no matter how many water changes I do, it's still in there, and it could still be dissolving. All sorts of stuff. So, anyways, I did all that and put a mystery snail in it, and he was cruising the glass. I'm like, yeah, you're looking for. Yeah, there's no algae in there. So I made sure I had food in there. And he was cruising around everywhere. I got up today. He's on green beans, eating the green beans. Then he's cruising around. He's on the bottom of the sponge filter, and it's like, okay. I cleaned the tank good and all that medicine's out of there. So now I put all of the mystery snails in there. So we're going to get going with this and, start feeding them like little piggies and go from there. So that's where we're at. Lunatic Friends, Abolished Inc. What's happening, Dobo? Thank you for stopping by and saying hello. Make sure you hit that thumbs up on the way out. So that's where we're at with the snails. So for anyone in here, I'm not a fish channel, but I'll talk about fish because I love fish and I have a fish tank. A few streams ago, at some point in time, I've told everybody, one of my favorite freshwater fish, other than, discus and arowanas, southern fishes, I like warus. Well, I had waru before, and he had gotten a hole in the head, and I was trying to fix it. Well, he didn't make it. Reason being is I've never had an issue with hole in the head, and my buddy at the store gave me the stuff to use. I don't think I got to it quick enough. He ended up passing away. So now that we've more or less gotten out of little cichlids, African cichlids, I'm just tired of seeing them, got rid of them all. So we're just doing big fish now. I want to get warus again. Well, I couldn't find any. And I went to the store down the street for me, and they had one, size of a quarter. So I got it. Well, then I went to my buddy's store a couple days ago, and somebody had brought in, I guess they brought in a real big one, and then they brought in one, I don't know, he's a good size. But I didn't know that they brought in the big one. So I went up there and I looked, and he had I said, God, is that a Waru? And he said, yeah. And I was like, oh man, I want that thing. And so I came home and I was telling my wife, and she says, well, you should get rid of the port cichlid. It's a port. If you look it up, it's a port something, but it's a cichlid. It's port cichlid. And he started fighting with my Vija and my Monte Cristos. I mean, they're big mouthing. My wife would stick her hand in there to separate them and stuff so you didn't hit the glass. It was just becoming a problem. So I was like, look, I'll take them up there and trade them for the Waru. So I went up there, was it yesterday? Traded them for the Waru. So now we have 2 Warus in there. They're just some of the most beautiful fish I've seen. Yeah, we got those in there. So we're really geeked about that. And if anyone has fish, I really like Waru. Yeah, they're just the brown. I like brown. The color brown. I mean, like that wood right there. I think it's pretty. It's brown. Brown is beautiful. It's you can antique a door. Paint an accent wall. Paint a whole room. It's just the certain browns. They're just really, really pretty. And Waru has browns that are just really incredible that you don't see much. So that's why I like them so much. So yeah, that tank has 2 Warus now, 2 Monte Cristos, 2 Severums, a pink Jack Dempsey. I had to get rid of the other one. He was being very protective and fighting with everybody. We got a Vija, a Starlight, which is a bleaker eye, a bunch of corridors. Are they Corys? Yeah, Cory cats. I think like 5 Cory cats. L333 plecos. I think there's 5 of those, and then there's probably about 5 or 6 albino bristlenose in a 120, a 4x2x2. So that's what we have for fish. That's the only fish we have. Oh, except over here, like I said the other day, I had picked up 4 rice fish. My favorite. I picked up 4 of those because my Bloody Mary, somehow, somewhere, it got God, what are those little things that swim around? They're not the shrimp. It's those other things that swim in the tank. I can't believe I forgot it. Well, anyways, I got them to eat those. So I don't feed the fish. I figure if Waru, the poor man's wild discus. Yeah. That's what they say about Severums, too. And I'm a poor guy. And I like colors, but we got rid of Severums. Yeah, we got rid of everything. Kept our super red Severums so they would breed. It's a breeding pair. But now they won't breed with what's in the tank. So that's why we're get out the aggressive shrimp fish and scuds. Yes, thank you, Chevy Fish. Yeah, scuds. So I got those little fish to do that. But another thing is I like them so much because they'll lay eggs and the babies will be born right in the shrimp tanks. And the only fish the only shrimp that I had them in that would eat the eggs were these orange-eyed blue tigers. I had them in a 20 long with orange-eyed blue tigers, and every time they go through the moss and put their eggs in there, they would go eat them. And I was like, yeah, no. And then I put them in a 5-gallon, and then some people ordered them, and then the last couple I had died. It was in a 5-gallon. I don't know. It was so I was really sad about that because they're my favorites. I really like rice fish. And then he also has at his store, what are they called? Their rainbow, not feather rainbow, needle, hold on. They're okay. Thread fin threadfin rainbows. They're very small. If you guys looked that up, they're real small, but they get these long fins. You know, they're really, really pretty. But, you know, I think he only has a certain color up there that I'm not really fond of. It's like a yellowy type. But those are really small with a mouth so small that I don't even know if they can eat a shrimp that's freshly kicked. Might be able to, but he's got those up there. And seriously, what I'm thinking of doing is just getting extremely small nano fish for all the shrimp tanks. I don't have any issues with anything. You know, the little shrimps, I mean, I don't. I only have that when I'm setting up a new tank, and it kind of lets me know when a tank is ready. When those little seed shrimp are in there. But I don't have, like, I don't see seed shrimp. I'm sure they're in tanks, but I don't know what it is. Yeah, like that one down there, the orange pumpkin tank. But it's just, I go to my buddy's store, and he's got, 10, 15 of my shrimp tanks in there. And he keeps the little nano fish in there. I told him, I said, look, keep little itty bitty nano fish so people can see that you could do that, and they'll actually buy more. So he keeps them in there. I don't know. It just seems like the shrimp are just so happy that the little itty bitty nano fish kind of keep these little microscopic, whatever living creatures out of their way. You know, they eat the little worms. They'll eat planaria if you have it. You know, they really eat anything. You know, so and I think that me being a breeder and videoing tanks and stuff, I think it would look neat having minuscule nano fish in my tanks. And like I said, you don't have to feed them anything special because the shrimp food breaks up. They can eat it. They eat this. You know, they can eat anything. When I feed powder, they can eat that. You know, so I think it'd be super cool. LP lurking. What's happening? Better yet, hit the like button on the way in so you don't forget. Yes, yes, yes. What parameters do you keep the orange eye royal blue tigers, buddy? Just probably way lower than what they like. We'll check it. I'll check it right now. But I keep it the same water parameters as all of my carabiners. Oops. I have to find my pen. There it is. Because the cap's over here. I don't know, it's probably maybe 150 or something. 160. Look at it. 161. 160. Yep, 160. Here's the thing, is like I've said in so many videos, there were shrimp that I had a really hard time with getting to breed. It's not like I worked on it, but you put them in the tank and they just did nothing. And so it comes down, it's kind of like I've learned from Dan when he helped me break up my red fishbone tank. When I broke it up on a stream, it was like days later I had pregnant females. And I had them for like a year and they wouldn't do anything. They buried up one time and that was it, never again. So when I split them up, they went nuts. I have 2 tanks that are packed full that I pull shrimp out of. I cull out of, I take to the store, or I sell on here. Like right now I could probably pull, 30 of them out that just aren't perfect, but they're just really nice. Got the spots on the cheeks, just everything. But these are actually another one of them. The orange-eyed blue tigers and the orange-eyed royal blue tigers were 2 shrimps that I don't know. I thought I had, you know, shrimps that didn't, want to breed, or I had like all males, and like, I don't know. No matter what I tried, no matter what I fed, no matter how many water changes, no matter how little water changes, no matter what type of food, no matter where I took the TDS, they got buried one time. That was it. So then when I made the shrimp room, I put them over there, and I was just like, you know what? I don't even care. I'm not going to stress out about it anymore. I'm leaving them. Then I think Dan had asked me. Dan had asked me something about, check for black. See if you have any blacks. And at the time, I only found 2, and I think they were both females. Well, now I have more, so I'm gonna here soon. I'm gonna pull them out, and I'm gonna put them in their own tank. But I have orange-eyed black tigers in here now. And really all it is I think the blue is so dark that they actually look black. And I videoed it to where I cannot even see blue. So I don't want to go, it's just a shade. If you see it in the light a certain way, it looks black. No, they got to be black. So, but anyways, I took them out. I put them back in after about a week, and I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to waste my time with this no more. I'm just going to kind of ignore it. I'm not going to feed it so much. I might feed it, I don't know, maybe once a week, twice a week. But these guys are like really aggressive feeders. And they just, they tear it up. So I left them alone, and all of a sudden I looked in there one day and I saw buried females. And ever since then, they probably had, I don't know, maybe five, 6 buried females. That's why if you look in here, you see some small, and there's shrimplets that swim around. I don't know what it did, but ever since then, the tank's been rolling really good. The orange-eye royal blue tiger, same thing. I'm sitting on these things going, you know what? I don't know what it is. I get these shrimp, and it's like, are the people that breed these shrimp so good when they're babies that they sit and they pick one up, pick it out. Here, we'll just send all females. I'm like, okay, what do they need? So I work on the TDS. And I take it up a couple of weeks, take it up, and I here and here and here and here and here. And then the minute something happens, I write it down. I test the TDS and I write it down. Like, over here, 145, when my Extreme Black King Kong shadows when I saw the shrimplets on the bottom, I write it down immediately because I didn't see the pregnant females. So I try to keep it there. The red fish bones, I did the same thing. My Dragon Blood Blues, same thing. But it's like Dan helped me out with that. He's like, look, you got to keep that stuff at low TDS. So I started dropping all my low TDS, or all my TDS down, and now the Dragon Bloods, I've had those for 6-7 months, and they did nothing. And now all of a sudden they're having babies. The Red Steels, I wrote down 7/28 of 2020. I seen them pregnant. There's babies in there. They're getting really good size, and they got really nice dark red heads. So I'm really excited. So, Scott's Aquatics, Lunatic Friends. So how is Detroit Rock City? Detroit Rock City rocks. I was way into the scene more when I was younger. Hey there, everyone. Just stop by to show some love. Oh, LP Lurkin. Thank you. I appreciate you stop by, LP Lurkin. If you're still here, everyone that just stops in and hit the like button, thank you so much. But Lunatic Friends, when I was younger, I was really into it. There's a bar called Harpo's where all the live bands would come and stuff. Not like so many rock bands, came out of Detroit, or they were just big names back in the 80s, that may not have made it huge, but you had Seduce, Halloween, XYZ, you had just everybody. But it's like everyone wanted to play Detroit, it was always big. But there's a place called Harpo's. It was like an old movie theater, but in Detroit, the theaters were different because there were so many levels and the theaters were massive. I mean, you could fit, 800 people in a theater. And there's some big ones that are down in downtown Detroit that are still really big. But we used to go there all the time, and they'd have like Pantera, just all real big bands would be there. Anthrax. Then you'd have like, big hair bands coming through there. It was just, a really, really, really cool place. They had a big, huge dance floor that was like, from like in the 70s. It lit up different colors on it. I mean, the place was cool. There's like 5 bars everywhere, you could go to. They had pitchers of beer for, I think they were 50 cents until 11 o'clock. But they had a huge mosh pit. It was really cool. I'm older now, so I mean, I'm not into it as much. And the bars are all gone. Harpo's is still there, but all the rock and roll bars except one, Token Lounge, and then of course you gotta go downtown. But all the bars where all the bands played, they all shut down because the drunk driving and everything. And back in the 90s, the 80s and 90s, going to the bar and drinking was an in thing. And I guess it was just that era of people that, grew up during that era that did it. And, then the era that was growing up after, they started the don't drink and drive, blah, blah, blah. Because I remember I would drink, get pulled over by a cop, and they wouldn't say a word. Okay, well, slow down. And I'd be intoxicated like you wouldn't believe. But, times changed, and, people would drink and drive and get in accidents and stuff. Thank God it never happened to me. But, I guess people wisened up. And then as we got older, we kind of said, this is pretty dumb. Let's not do this anymore. And, people stay at home and now you have the internet. So it's so entertaining to stay at home or have friends come over and they stay the night. You just do type stuff like that, or, you could talk to people on the computer, your friends. You don't have to leave. You don't have to do nothing. So, like, the pool halls are all gone. The big pool halls, the bars are all gone. The rock and roll clubs that you go to. I mean, I used to bounce all the big bands. I'm 6'8". Well, right now I'm 314 pounds, but as a power lifter, I used to do Blackfoot. I do all the big, huge bands. I go downtown Detroit and do Motley Crue and this and that, and it was just all this stuff, and it's all gone. None of it is around. It's literally my life growing up. All this excitement that was there it's gone. I can't even take the kids to show them, backstage and meet all these people. It's just. It's all gone, but it's a positive. I really look at it as a positive because it's like, where would we all be if, all that stuff was still hopping and banging and, this and that. And, for me, it's a positive anyways, so, I guess as time goes on, the new generations and stuff come out with all the cool computer stuff like this to where we could, us 80s babies can, get on here and, tell our stories of what we did growing up, and the people we met. I mean, I've worked out with Hulk Hogan, Big John Studd, the Iron Sheik, all those wrestlers back in the day. I used to work at a pizza place by my house, and they would fly into Detroit, and then they would stay at a hotel by my house where I grew up, and then they would come and work out while they were in town for work, for wrestling downtown. And I would leave out of the pizza place. I was like 16 at the time, and I'd go next door, and I'd be doing sets with Hulk Hogan, all these. And Big John Studd was, I don't know if he lived around, he drove a little pickup over to this place, but Oh yeah, it's just all sorts of stuff. I mean, so many things we did when we were younger, and it's all gone. Oh, I'm bigger than you. Oh, yeah. Somebody said to me the other day. I called my buddy on the way. He's getting up there in age, and every time I get around his house when I'm driving to the fish store, I always call him and check on him. And he's on a diet now because he had some heart issues and stuff. And I said, I went to the doctor's the other day for my neck, and I stood on the scale as I was leaving, and it hit 314, and I was like, oh. And there was people standing around me. I was like, dang, this jacket's heavy, because I'm like a 275 guy, but when I quit smoking, I gained a bunch of weight, and it doesn't matter how little I eat. It's through this Corona stuff, I have to sit at home, it just doesn't come off. So yeah, I'm 314 now. So I've not seen a cross between those. My next project is blue shadow pandas with orange-eyed red tiger males. I've been trying to put together a group to make super blue pandas, thinking those are going to be badass. Metallics are amazing. Yeah, so the black would be purple metallic, and the blue would be more teal. Yeah, you see Dan's shrimp. He's got these purple metallic. I don't know how he. I mean, I know how he got them. He bought them. I mean, I seen it on the band page. But these people are breeding a teal. Like the Indian. The teal that they wear for jewelry and stuff. That beautiful blue, like an ocean greenish. But man, it's just, he's got it in freaking stripes on shrimp. It's so far out there that's why I was just like, we have to bring out the gangster shrimp people today just to hang out. I should have did this with StreamYards or the yards, StreamYards, I think it is, so we can get people up here and stuff. But it's the shrimp that he's getting, it's pretty cool that, he wants some of my shrimp to use for some of his breeding projects. I'm trying to get your females, but, it's really cool to see the mixture of, because it gives me things to look forward to, but it's like, how do you get that blue? I don't know. Is there a blue bolt in there? Is I don't know, because I've never seen that type of. It's it's aquamarine, bluish green, but it's bright. It looks like he plugged a battery into the shrimp, and it's it's just really, really cool. Oh, Enzo Grande. Hey, what's happening? How are you? And how is it in France? Francais. Seafood play? I don't know. I love French movies, but I don't like it when they talk French. It's just the accent's super cool. But hey, nice seeing you here, Enzo. Lunatic Fringe says he's 6'7", 240. Oh, you're 6'10" on skates. You're a little guy. 240. I was 240 when I was 16. I couldn't get past it. When I started powerlifting, I was 240, 242. I could eat a side of beef, wouldn't gain any weight. And as I got older, I was a 275 guy. And it stopped again. No matter what I ate, I couldn't get past it. And then when I quit smoking, I gained weight. That smoke, it would go off. So if for some, let's just say I started smoking again, I would lose all the weight and go down to 275 guy, 272 to 278 guy. But it's not worth my health to lose some weight. I can just go on a diet, if I really cared to. I mean, I powerlifted 10 and a half years. I trained people for a little over 8 years. I mean, I know what I'm doing, so. Zen Ginger, hey, welcome. Turquoise, yes, it is turquoise. Dan Slee's purple metallics have turquoise. And a shout out to our American Indians. Woo, 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 woo. Gotta love the Indians. Got to love the American Indian. You know, everything about them. I think I have you on Instagram. What? I'll send you a pic. Zen. Yeah. Zen Ginger. Check out his shrimps. I mean, I'm starting to pull in some nice shrimps. Like, I just got some purple metallics here. You know, that'll be up for sale. I mean, they're for sale now, only to my subscribers right now. But they're really, they're high quality. The gene that, I mean, they're not cheap, but the gene that they are, I mean, they were sent to me. They're bragged about how great quality the gene that's in them, blah, blah, blah. So it's kind of out of my league right now, as in jean stuff. That's like a Dan Slee thing on the jeans. I mean, we're not talking about Levi's or Jordache or True Blue or Wranglers. If you're a Wrangler guy, you know, Lee's. We're talking about DNA jeans, and these shrimp are up there. So yes, it is top notch. But yeah, he's got some shrimp that blew my doors off the other day. He sent me a picture. I was like, oh, hey, Dan Slee, a friend of mine is interested in shrimp, so I highly recommend talking to you and Detroit at Shrimp and Aquatics. Yeah, send them my way. Send them to Dan. Maybe Dan can put on here where he can be reached really easy. I don't give out anybody's info. I mean, I'm friends with them on Facebook. That's usually how I get to them. Instagram, but I don't give out phone numbers except my own, which will be. I think I'm gonna put it on the email or on my website, but it's on my Facebook. That's what I'm saying. If anybody really wants to contact me quick, I mean, sending me a message at the bottom of my webpage, it comes through like that. I message you back immediately. Literally, even if I'm sleeping and I hear it, I'll get up and message you back. But that way, or just friend request me on Facebook. I mean, I don't have like 5,000 people on Facebook. I don't have like, I'm not like belonging to a whole bunch of stuff. People that friend request me are shrimp people, you know, and my close family. But I have my Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics Facebook page, which is connected to my regular page. So you're not, if you request me, you're not on there with 5,000 people that do nothing that you're interested in. So, you know, it's just me posting stuff from Shrimp. Dan's on there. You know, it's just get everybody on there that it's like I said, my family, but they just find it neat because, you know, there are more people that don't know what shrimp are. So, you know, they're like, what? Do you eat them? And I'm like, well, I mean, you can, but it would be expensive. I mean, but okay, let me try this one. Aristis smollis. Yeah. Hello. Welcome. Your tigers seem very calm when eating. It's war when I feed my tigers. Ferocious feeder. That's the way they used to be on mono shrimp. But I think the deal right now is because now, I don't know if you guys really noticed how big of a piece of snowflake I put in there. It was quite large. I mean, like half-inch size of snowflake is monstrous amount of food. And look, it's almost gone. But the thing is, a snowflake breaks open, and so they don't really have to attack and fight. Now, if I put a pad of food or the Mucha food or Robbie's food in there, you know, the Sapphire, something hard, they would go to town on it because they can't take it and walk away. They can't, like, sit and eat and not be bothered. But with this stuff, it seems like they eat at a more calmer rate, but they eat it all. So it's pretty cool. Oh, so we're gonna move this camera. I'm gonna put the camera on another tank that I want to actually start running a deal on because I want people to enjoy them. I have so many. These are the shrimp that are like on the red list. They're not supposed to be farmed anymore. Not supposed to be imported, and they're almost on the endangered species list. But they're the wild catagolons, and the colors on them are really, really sick. They're incredible. I mean, it's just. And when you think of a wild shrimp, you're like, oh, it's clear and it only has this and that. It's not, when you say wild catagolons, it's not that. It's just saying that they're a wild shrimp. Not that they're like reverting to, let's say like a blue dream reverts back to its wild state and it has no color and this and that. These are catagolon shrimp, but they're wild catagolons. So they were from the wild. They were plucked out of the stream, and somebody ordered them a couple, 2-3 years ago, and I got some. But I've been breeding them so long that I have so many. I'd like to get them out there so people can start enjoying them like me, and they can start breeding them themselves. So let's put in. Let's move from now. I have to put a large amount of food in this tank also because there's a lot of shrimp in here. I'd say probably 300 shrimp, but we're not gonna put this food in. We're gonna put some mooch of food in because I want them to come to the front and just make big, huge piles of shrimp so you guys can see them really good. And so they don't take the food off and run away. But when I feed these guys, I feed in piles. This is all going in the same spot, so they'll be able to pull it away. But I feed in different piles because there's so many. And I like them to, break apart and do their thing. But this is a 15-gallon tank, black sand. It's got some moss, cinnamon stick, some plants that are just floating in there, not doing too good. Because I keep the sand so thin that you can't really grow. You can't root anything in. See. All right, hold on. Let me clear the algae. I don't not clean my tanks because I'm lazy. I don't see that line. I don't clean the tanks because they love the algae, and you're taking it away. If it's not real hard algae, I don't get rid of it. If it's old algae, I'll scrape it off. Because I seem to see that shrimp don't really care for old algae. Hard algae, it's not up their alley of stuff that they choose to feed on. That line's probably silicone or something. I don't freaking know. But this is a good picture. So as you see, the colors on them are crazy beautiful. And they're on a black substrate. See, what I don't like is this camera with it being so close. You can see that the macro you can see that line through it. That's really clear. But anyways, hopefully you guys can tell the colors of these. But as you see, they come in. They got a red to them. They have a green. They have yellows. But you just see them coming in droves from the back of the tank because they hang out in the mosses back there and feed all day. But then there's silver, like the adult females. like a silver and pewter, and the colors on them are crazy. Chubby Guppy, what's up, my big friend? I don't think I've seen you stream them since you put on Dark Substrate. Yes, so here we go. Here we go. That's what I'm saying. Oh, they're called wild cataglons because they're a wild shrimp, not because they've reverted back to. But these are Neocaridina. Keep them in the same parameters as any Neocaridina. Yeah, they breed and breed. But now to the point where, I mean, for a while there, I had them on the webpage for $50 each. Because the thing is I just don't want people getting them and putting them in their tank, and they die, and they're like, oh well, they were just shrimp. Well, these shrimp are special because they're almost on the endangered species list. So, that's the cool thing about it, is to own something that, could be not around anymore. Let me see if I back this up, if it'll make it any better. Excuse me. Yeah, that line on the bottom. Let me see if I can angle this, because I think that line on the bottom is the silicone on the inside. Let me see if I come up at a better angle to try to lose that. Maybe a little closer. Ah! I think you'll be able to see the colors better. But I just don't want to be selfish with them anymore. I mean, I've bred the crap out of them. They're an incredible shrimp. And to the point now to where, I have so many that, I realize that, the subscribers and the shrimp fam that come here are really, really sensitive about, keeping their animals healthy, and they don't like them dying. And it's like, okay, well, I can bring myself to sell some now. It's but like I said, you can mix them, but there are no shrimp in here other than cataglons. I know that's a crappy photo. I mean, you can see right in the center, but let me see if I back it up. There's just so many shrimp right now. All right. There's so many shrimp right there. There we go. So yeah, it's they're on black. My light is not a fish light. They're just LED, commercial lights. So, but see that female that just came in buried up? Look at the color on her. I mean, the colors are crazy. Look, they got back lines. That red one over to the left kind of looks like a fish bone. But they got hell of a back lines. They're shelled. The females, when they're old enough to get buried, the colors change on them. They look like steel. That's what it is. They get like a steel blue and a gray to them, and they're just crazy. They're so beautiful. Yeah, the monster red. Yeah, it's just, but that's all it's in here. Never has there been a shrimp in here, mixed in here. These are just cataglons and what they throw. I call nothing out of here. Nothing whatsoever. So I've never mixed these. So these are as pure gets. And that's just how it is. Yep, Neocaridina species. Yes, sir. Which shrimp are these guys? Oh, I'm sorry, Chubby. Yep. Yeah, wild cataglons. And that's what I'm saying. These shrimp they're a great addition to a planted tank, but also to have a shrimp that that they're not out there. I mean, I know of 3 people that own these shrimp that actually sell them, but it's 3 people, you know, so it's not like every person. And then I don't see anybody selling them anywhere, you know, like right now. I know 3 people that, well, actually 2 people. I'm the 3rd, but I don't see them like on any app selling them, nothing. Now you can contact them and say you want to buy them, but it's they're not something that's put out there. And then I know a guy that's got them that he refuses to sell them because they're almost extinct, you know, and they're on the red list. So, but like I said, I have so many of them. It's time for me to share them. It's not like, you know, I'm going, oh, I'm going to sell them off and I'm only going to have 5. No, I probably have, I don't know, 300 plus in this tank, but it's just crazy. Hey, Pumpkin King, what's good in the D, B? You know, same old, probably same that's over there by you, but, you know, you probably got 80-degree weather already in Georgia. We're just chilling, checking out some wild ketogolons. But that's the cool thing. What I say about these is, or what I'm trying to bring across is the colors that they have and the colors that they can produce and the looks of them and everything. They're just, like I said, they'd be a good addition to a tank that you don't want to mix shrimp in. But I don't even know what you would get if you mixed these shrimp, due to the fact as, you know, what the females produce in their shell, the colors that they produce and the colors that come out. But they're always buried up. They just continuously have more babies. And, you know, I feed them once a day and they come up here like this, just mounds and mounds of shrimp. So as they fill up, they jump off, more come in, more come in, more come in. But you can sit here and see, you know, so many colors out of the rainbow, but like you're not going to see a solid blue one. You know, you see red ones, but they're not solid. You know, there's greens, yellows, oranges, you know, it's all in there. But I just think they're really, you know, the body, you see blue ones in there, you know, real light blues, you know, it's really nice. But I wanted to share this with everybody to show them that, you know, look, I've been working on them for a long time. I probably had these shrimp, 2.5 years. And I've had them in a 15-gallon ever since. And I try to give them everything you got. And it's like, I don't have the room to start making more and more tanks of them. So that's why I decided, okay, hey, I'll start, you know, selling some and let other people start to do what I'm doing. But this isn't, I'm not looking for anybody to start buying them right now. I'm just saying that these are shrimp that I've been selling, but I don't push them because I don't really want anybody to buy them. But now it's time to start letting some go. I'm praying Brian shows us the new. Oh, yeah. So tell them, guys, if we have to go. If I have to go, Yeah, we can switch over there. I wasn't even thinking about it. Holy crap. But here's the issue with that is I can go over there, but the issue with that is I haven't owned them long enough, and I don't know, you know, feeding them if they'll come out. You got something for me?
You already told you I was waiting on it?
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's cool. Where do you keep getting all this stuff?
Because I got the connection.
Look at this. Yeah, I like it a lot. And I like how it has the name on it, the proper name on it.
What?
It has the proper name on it. Look, she just got me this shirt. Yeah. What do you mean, see what it says? Yeah, I read it. Yeah. Yeah, I looked at it. What? Thank you. Oh, my dog's down there. I have to finish picking up the yard, too, when I'm done. Oh, you did? Really?
Yeah, just send it off.
And you picked up the rest of the yard around the pool? Oh, wow. Sweet. Thank you.
Oh, you're done with like your wife? What?
None? Oh, yeah. Don't worry. We'll put it on there, but I don't know if I can get up to the front. Don Cervantes. Yeah, I wish Luke was on here. Luke's upstairs playing. Weekend stream. Yep. Little dap. There he is. At the chubby guppy. Oh, it's 77 there? Whatever, dude. Show us the new metallics. Alright, I'll scoot it over. Yeah, the new metallic purples are doing very good. But that's what I'm saying. I don't know if I feed them if they'll come to the front, but we'll see. We shall see. Lady, Chevy Fish said, hi, Lady Detroit. She said hello. Chevy's a man. All right, let me see what I can put in here. What would get them? I mean, there's none are in front. So I'll put some, oh God, see, I don't know what to put in there. I guess I could put a little itty bitty chip of mooch of food. And maybe a little piece of, because I really don't feed my shrimp when I get them. Because usually they don't eat. So I let them eat the tank they're in. That tank's been running for probably 5 months. And I put some shrimp in it, just to poop in it and stuff, and then I took them out, put these guys in it. But usually I don't feed new shrimp for, I don't know, a month. Because they don't care. They want to see, they want to chill in their new house. And there's so much, food that's already in there that they just go to top of. Let's see. Usually they're all up front. I mean, I took a bunch of pictures the other day. See if we can get them up here. They might be underneath the leaf right here. Oh, there's one right where the food landed. Oh, crap. There is one. It's just the black on them. So sweet. Look at all those. We could see them all. They're just everywhere. They're everywhere. Oh my God. The shrimp are everywhere. Please, let me see. I need these shrimps. Ay. Well, there's one already on the snowflake. That was the one I saw. La la la. Thank you, Brian. Food's here. I'll catch the rest of the stream in a bit. Take care. Say, look, I just moved it for you, and you're leaving. You're so mean to me. Shabam. This one's just a little baby. Very little. There's a female in here that's so purpley, it looks like she was covered with, like, metallic paper. But this one, its head, you can't really see it too much right there. But like I said, it's so small. He's the size of a piece of rice. Just a hair longer than a piece of rice. But hopefully some more will come up. Yeah, BB. Yeah, he just a wee. That piece that I put in there of that snowflake is so small. It's like that half size of a piece of rice. And look, he's barely bigger. I mean, it's blowing up, and he can't even cover the size of it. But yeah, they sent me probably 6 juvies, and then subadults, like 4 subadults, females. They're breeding age. They're like ready. So hopefully there's something in there that can get them going, and I can get them kicking babies before I sell them. But I was told that these are the genes in these are really high grade. Like I said, I don't know if that shrimp is wearing Levi's, Wranglers, Legion. I don't know what that shrimp's wearing, but they said the genes in these shrimp are very high. And like I said, the price point is, crazy, but everybody knows that this stuff is, that's why I try not to keep. I mean, I like having higher priced shrimp in the shrimp room to show you guys, and if you guys find yourself wanting to buy them, that's fine, but at least I have them to show. Shrimp doing good, Pumpkin. Not as many babies as I'd like, but things are doing better as the tanks get seasoned. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Somebody's brought that up before about the seed shrimp. Hey, I got seed shrimp. What's that mean? That means you are right on time. When the seed shrimp start in my tanks, boy, gets it going. Yeah, on that one, we'll be able to see the purple when the blue turns black as it grows. Yeah. The older ones, oh my gosh, the black is... It's like an artist spray painted the black. I mean, it's like a duller, then with the glossy on it and the purple, it's just... I don't even want to get rid of them. I mean, it's just crazy. When I want to see my shrimplets, I put a shrimp lolly. Yeah, I've never tried those, said Ginger. I've wanted to. I mean, I was thinking of making my own because I have the skewers. And, all the powdered foods that I make and I sell. All I have to do is get them wet, put it on there, and then let it dry. But I've not done that yet. But I see it works. But here's the other thing is, I'd have to prop it up because I keep my substrate like a 1/4 inch thick. I keep it paper thin because I don't want just harboring a bed of, things living in there, worms, and also, even though some worms are good, but, planaria, I just don't want to, I want to keep it as thin as possible to where I'm buffering. So, there's less, I don't know. I just like keeping a thinner substrate than a thicker substrate. Because it's easier for me to vacuum too, because I vacuum my substrates. Just like Neo tanks, just like a fish tank. I vacuum all that stuff, so. I prefer lucky jeans. There you go. I prefer to be lucky in my jeans too. Jordache. There you go. Those are the smoking pants. Yup. I used to have Jordache. My parents went on a spree one time and allowed me to get some Jordache pants. Yeah, I was a Wrangler, Rustlers. There's the other one. I was a Rustlers baby in the 70s. Yeah, Rustlers, Wranglers. Oh, there's seed shrimp in there, see? That's what I'm talking about is I could put, because I don't think that was a baby shrimplet. I could put, little itty bitty nano fish in here. They can just sit and feed on those, even though they're good for the substrate and stuff, but I could just let the little nano fish just clean up and make it, I don't know what it is. I just think that shrimp do like nano fish in the tank. because they help clean, as much as snails do and this and that. I do believe that because I see it in tanks. I really do. I see it in tanks that shrimp and fish live together. If they're real small, it's good for the tank. It eats everything that may irritate shrimp. I can show you an acid wash metallic. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dan's got some. He just sent me pictures last night. He sends me stuff that's just crazy cool, but Dan's got stuff that I'm actually trying to. I'm trying to make colors that he has, or get colors kind of like it, that I'm already doing. So, if anybody wants to know, because I don't have a problem doing it. I would love them to sponsor me, but the new Samsung S21 Ultra 5G rocks. This thing is great. I'm a huge Samsung guy. See if I can block out that sun. Look at all the cameras. You got 4 cameras, and you have a laser that focuses it. But I used to do the iPhone, and we're movie watchers, so we went from shrimp to phones really fast. But we're movie watchers. We like movies, and I was welding a bridge one day that actually goes to Canada. It's called the Blue Water Bridge. I was working on that, doing a bunch of welding, and I asked him what type of movies he watches, and he said, "Oh, I just watched such and such movie last night." I'm like, "Oh, you went to the movie theater?" He said, "No." I said, "What do you mean, no?" He said, "No, I watched it on my phone." And so I realized, he told me, what it was, and he showed it to me, and I realized that even though Apple's a good phone, a good product, they got you by the cojones. You want to do anything in life with an Apple phone, it costs you. So we switched to Samsung years ago, and we never looked back. This is like, they say it's like the best phone out there right now. I usually do the notes, but I wanted the camera for viewing the shrimp because I usually put this on the phone to do my macro footage, but this will now be Luke's because Luke has my old phone. It's a clip-on macro lens. It's really nice, and it's nothing that this wasn't good enough, but this new phone, I could switch it between all the cameras. This thing for saltwater, for doing frags and stuff, this thing's top notch because you could change the lens cover colors and stuff. But I just wanted to upgrade to a phone that had a macro lens on it. I thought that was real cool. So, but yeah, if anyone's interested and wants to know how good the phone is, the color is incredible. This is the black matte. I'm not a silver guy, so I didn't do the silver matte. But yeah, it's top notch. It's just gotta touch it. I don't do the finger thingy lock. I don't put a security on this at all. I don't need to. I mean, if I lose it, I call and have them shut it off, and now the phone's dead. But yeah, it's got it's just a really nice looking phone. It's got a big, huge screen, but for my hands, it's little. Oh, this is dark mode. If you guys go, how's this phone black? This phone has dark mode, so everything's done. I could change the. See, this is text. I could change the text keyboard. I could change the color of that. There's a lot of things that I can do. Oh, I didn't know that I had a thing. Hold on. Just curious about customer purpose. Daughter and us to stars. I think. What? Oh, it's available. Yeah, so the blue nets aren't here yet. Somebody was just Lefty3213 that isn't in here right now, but he's messaging me, just asked if the blue nets came in. Now, to let you guys know, they are the Cat's Meow again. They have the metal ring. From what I was told, I sell these nets are just, I don't care. To me, I could I feel like Mr. Miyagi, like I could just catch flies out of the air with this. But these are graphite, and this is the only one I have that has a metal hook on it. So like it just sticks right. I can just stick it right to my magnet and hang it, let it air dry. Well, the other ones I have, they have a string on it. You hook it on. Well, this magnet one's sweet. But the new ones that are coming, these have the Mucha name on them, but this one doesn't. This one's just black. The new ones that I have coming are just black. But I think he's sending some longer, because there's even longer ones than this. And he's like, oh, I want to send you some for yourself. I was like, all right. But they have the metal ring. If that's favorable to you, I think it's super cool. Because like I said, I use magnets in my shrimp room. When I'm done, bam, there goes the net. I ain't even got to worry about it. I don't have to worry about hanging it, laying it down anywhere. I mean, the little amount of water, I rinse this off, the little amount of water, I shake it off. It's just damp. And let it air dry. An air dried net is way better than something that you set down and it's sitting in its own water. You know, no good, no bueno. But the cool part, I haven't gotten them yet, but the pictures that were sent out were really cool. So I only had 10 sent till I really know how they look and how sweet they are. But the basket, the 3D basket, is blue. It's like a sky blue, a little darker than a sky blue. And I wanted to check them out. Now, if you guys, I don't know if you guys know, but this is, I probably have been using this net for 3 months. And look, it's still as boxy as can be. If you guys can see it, let me come over here. Still as boxy as can be. 3D nets. So that shows you the quality of these nets. You know, they're not junk. They're not going to collapse on you. You know, like I said, the stick on this thing is crazy. If that net ever went bad, which it will, you know, they rot out over time and stuff, you know. See, I bleach dip my nets. It's just a thing that I do. You know, it's watered down, but I like to clean my nets when I clean. You know, vinegar is good. You can do the vinegar, but a net will change colors over time, and I don't like that. So I do the bleach thingy, bring them back to white. It's a brand new look, so they'll last like a year. But you know, these are what, $15 for a year. You're gonna have like one of the best nets on the market for a year for $15. To me, it's a no-brainer. But you know, to me, there's a lot of things that are priced a certain price, and I go, God, that's a lot. So I can't say that if somebody says that that's a lot for a net, that they're wrong. because, I have an opinion about prices too. So that's just the way it is. But if you would want, it's like a Harry Potter net. This thing's just sweet. You can get all the way in to the back of the net. It don't spin. It's just, I don't know. The telescopic nets are nice. Those are nice. But then you go to close them, you gotta wipe them down. Water gets them. After a while, they don't go in and out as good. I sell telescopic nets. They'll last you a year too, and they're $8. But the thing is these nets. These are nets that you don't have to worry about water getting in the telescopic part. It dries because the finish is impeccable. There's no scratches. There's no nothing. It dries. The handles are wrapped in rubber, plastic, soft plastic over the rubber, so no water can get underneath this rubber handle. Look at the edge of that. It's an airtight seal, so this handle never gets water underneath it, even on the end where the hook is. And then down here, it's sealed also. So, you use these, set them right on top of the tank, angled across the tanks, let it air dry. And you can use these for, let's say if these 5 tanks get this net, those 5 tanks get a net, those 5 tanks get a net, so you're not going, from neocaridina to caridina, stuff like that. Or just buy one and do your whole shrimp room in it, or just, do whatever when you're picking out culls. Because that's what's nice is you can zero in on them, and get them, and the handle's not too thick, and I don't know, they're just, anyways, blue. They're on their way, but they had to go. We went just regular ground USPS with those, so they're cheap, but to try to save. Yeah, see, Don likes his. Oh, there's Tim. There's Lefty 3213. I am at the same damn sleep. Yeah, that's one thing about Dan. When he started his stuff, he doesn't breed to sell. He breeds to create. He's the doctor. Call him Dr. Dan, because it's it's Dan is creating Frankenstein. Oh, look, there's one. The camera's not showing the purple too well, but look at the shiny purple on the head. What? It's not. Now, Dan's got some ones that are real purple, but like I said, these are young, so they're going to grow into it and they'll get more purpley, but the design and the black on these are just sick. It's just, I love them a lot, so I don't even know if I'll get rid of them. They better sell, or they might have to stay here with me. Collaboration of curiosities, Catfish Raid. I love Catfish. Kevin Leon, welcome. Scott's Aquatics. GRB Aquatics, welcome. Welcome, everybody. And Mr. Don Cervantes, as always. Catfish Mama. Wow, we got a lot of catfish stuff in there. I sure like my catfish. Oh, look, hold on. They have good patterns, and the purple is tough to capture. Yeah, I like the patterns, because the patterns are like yours, Dan, because they're getting like the Nasi lines, on the sides of the tails. They don't have the Pinto lines. I went to my buddy's store yesterday to get my Waru to take that. The fish, the port cichlid that I took back, it's not an aggressive fish. It's just that it actually, when it was brought to the store, it had a mate. I think there was 2 of them, and he sold that one, and I got the other one. And I think, because it says that port cichlids only get aggressive like when they're ready to breed or something. So I think that's the issue. Catfish Terry, what is happening? Woo woo. How are you? How are you? New England Endler. How are you? Yep, it's the Catfish Raid. But so when I went there, one of my favorite catfish is the gulper catfish. Now I had the Walla catfish, and one of those ate two of my arowanas. Oh, I was mad. Their bellies were like this. I said, okay, that's it. Scoop them out, put them in a bucket, take them back to the store. Open the lid. They had puked the arowana out. I'm like, but I think the coolest catfish that you could buy, other than a regular catfish, is a gulper cat. I don't know if anybody say in the comments that they have a gulper cat or they like gulper cats, but gulper cats, they're expensive. He's got one right now. He got it. He said he's been ordering it for like 3 months. It says he's got them. When he orders them, he never gets it because he's always out. He's got one right now. It's probably about 4 inches, $100. Well, probably like 2 years ago, there was another store over here that was selling them they were $80. They might have been on 5 inches. So they're expensive, but they have that jaw that goes way back. It looks like they're smiling, but just incredible, beautiful shrimp. I mean, catfish. What's this? I started with ghosts as a fluke, but then moved on from there. Mr. Gromby, yo, what's happening? Currently cutting up some wood for new 70 tub for native fishes. Oh, nice. What kind of wood? And how large? 70 gallon. Yeah, that's what I figured. 70 gallon. See, now that's what I want to do is get some tubs. Because with breeding mystery snails, I was thinking of getting like a 150 gallon tub. Cover it outside, put a cover on it, but it's got to be real small. So but I'd have to put some fishes in it, some small fish. Well, they don't have to be real small, but to eat anything that that could go in there. I mean, so small, like smaller than the screen on your door to go outside, like half the size of those holes. So nothing can really get in there. But if anything super small got in there, it would get eaten. But put mystery snails outside and just let them breed all summer long. All summer long. I mean, and just see how many I could get putting them outside. And if that would be different, because it's like, you breed fish outside and it's totally different. It rains, they get rainwater in there, all these cool things that they're used to if they were actually brought up in their native, areas and waters. So, okay, the shrimp are on the food. Let me pan it over. That's the moocha food. Remember, I didn't know what to put in here, so I put snowflake and moocha. So it looks like this big mama right here is snowflake crazy, moocha crazy, and the baby moocha. Now, see, you can see a little purple on the baby's head because of the way the light's hitting it. The way the little one turned. Ghost shrimp, that is, of course. Not foot. 70 foot. You're in Mark's Discord, right? Yeah. I'm in Mark's Discord. Yeah, and I'm on his YouTube. Mark has graciously put me on the YouTube part of it too. So yeah, I'm making a video at the moment. Oh, okay. Are you on the YouTube in Mark's Discord? Probably, right? Yeah. I'll have to go in there and at when I'm done here and check it out. Yeah, but I'm looking for a tub. It's got to be dirt cheap because, I am still not back to work yet. So the cheaper the better. Free's even good, but yeah, look at the purple on that little baby. Now that it's turned sideways, the little bit of purple that it's showing at such a young age. Or is that black? Looks like it has, well, now that I'm zoomed in some, but we'll stay zoomed in. But that mama, boy, if she gets prego, boy, woo! Remember, I got 10 sent in, so anything over 10, Daddy gets to keep. Woo! And that's because it's the shrimp pimp. What? Yeah. We got pimps in the D. Pimps in the D. Oh, here's the, not yet. Gonna start making videos on how to make things DIY. Well, that's what we need a lot of since Joey quit doing it. I like DIY videos. Oh, another thing. I was watching, who was it? Dennis, with Pure Shrimp Nordic. He made a video on putting not what I used. He used this other stuff. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a stone that you put it in the water and it pulls out impurities and stuff. Which is really smart. I liked what he talked about. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of stuff people within the shrimp community know of and stuff, and they share. I'm really glad, but he puts it in a tank to take out any impurities, and he had a troubled tank that he wasn't getting, the shrimp were kind of lazy, weren't really doing much, coming out and everything, so I think he said one of them died, and he put this stuff in the tank. Shrimp pimp, yeah, what? And so I was like, wow, that's a good idea. Like on tanks, like let's say they're not breeding anymore and they're slowed up, and you try H2O2 and it doesn't work, and you're like, what do I do? And all the water, the pH is good, everything's still buffering really good, but they're just lazy, and you're like, okay, well, I could put some other ones in there. What do I do? So anyways, I went to the store thinking, okay, well, I'll try it too. I forgot to tell everybody I did this, but I bought Purigen, which is the same. It's not the same thing as he used. This is the better product, but his stuff does the same. They all do the same, but this is more readily available. So this is Purigen. What this does, it removes organic waste. So like if you buy shrimp, if you order shrimp, and let's say you order a large quantity or something, or they're real expensive, you might get these little itty bitty white balls, and hey, what's up, buddy? Oh, where'd that come from? Wow, that's sweet, dude. Wow, where'd that come from?
Me and Mama ordered it.
Nice. That's super cool, dude. Your hair looks good for some reason. Looks cool. Yeah, for your sake.
I can still go on.
Yeah, we good. All right, but so what I did is I bought Purigen, this little itty bitty bottle, it's 250 milliliters, and it cost $20. So what I did is I got some nylons, knee high, without the feet, so it's just the nylon, and I put a little bit in, and I tied it up, cut it off, tied that part, put more in, tied that up, cut it off. What I did is I put it in some tanks to see if, like, there's something in organic waste that's in the tank that's like not being taken out during my water changes or anything like that, to see if actually it changes the way the shrimp act. So yeah, I put it in. I can't remember how many tanks. I mean, there's not a ton in this, but I got 1, 2. I mixed it around. So like these black roses over here that only produce black shrimp, they are the slowest breeders in the world. They almost, I don't know, they breed, but it's I don't know, I don't know. It's really weird. So anyways, I put some in there. So any tanks that I've noticed that aren't heat like in my fire red tank, tanks with a lot of shrimps in them and stuff, put it in there. See, I just want to see if it does anything. So I actually started using that too. Another product. Natural, what is this? Now I gotta start making it. Yeah. Wonder shells, mineral balls. Yeah. No, it's not wonder shells. It's God, I can't remember the name of the product he used, but he just put it in the tank, like all over the substrate, and then pulled it out. He's like, I ain't doing that again. Collaboration of curiosities. That cube purifier is a fake. Oh, you're talking that black thing. Yes. Yeah, that you drop in there and it's supposed to suck stuff out. Yeah. Well, Purigen, everybody knows Purigen's like the best. And the stuff that that Dennis uses too, these are things that once they get dirty, kind of like when they pull out as much as they can, then you do stuff to these to rejuvenate them again, to get them going again. So the stuff like never breaks down. But yeah, that purifying cube that's black, right? I've seen that. You're supposed to drop it in, it pulls out all the imperfections in the water and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, it's good that somebody actually commented about that. Because I've never heard a comment. I've never heard anybody that actually used it tell me if it was good or not. So thank you for that comment. I'm a smart ass. You're a smart ass, by the way. Don't get me wrong. They got a natural version of that. It's called Plants. About what is the device you're talking about? A carbon stone. Well, if you're talking to me, Mr. Gromby, yes, plants, yes, totally understandable, yes. Plants do it. Reason I have moss in there, but the reason I don't have plants, I only have plants in a few tanks. I have Bucephalandra, and then, mosses, and I do have some plants, but my substrate is so thin that I can't put anything down there and have it root. There's no place for it to root. I have a 1/4 inch. If I just touch the sand, it'll be glassed. So that's why my boost, like I put little lead weights that you go fishing with. I hook it onto a root and it drops it and holds it to the bottom. I have nothing to hold plants. So that's why using something like this will help me. Because, breeding shrimp, I want to keep my tanks as clean as possible, so I keep as little as substrate in there as possible. But yes, you are correct. Being a smart ass is totally cool. You fit in here well. But yes, plants, understandable. You are totally correct. So there is no disagreement there. MYI Shrimp, what up? I get Purigen for $8.99. Shut up. This big of a bottle? 250 milliliters? I just paid 20. Well, he doesn't charge me. He charges me over what he pays, of course, because he's got to make a profit. But MYI Shrimp, what is happening? Good seeing you in here. Female's got a cool red hue to her. You see sometimes. Yeah. I'm just excited because there's a couple females. I can't believe he sent me females that are ready to go. But he's like, oh yeah, you go to sell the shrimp, let whoever know that they're going to get females and that. I mean, the price, they're not just getting males. You can guarantee females. I was like, all right. Collaboration of curiosities. I've never used it. I've seen enough articles and fellow fish keepers comments about it. Yeah. Well, the cube, if you're talking cube, I've never used it either. I've never even thought about, I don't have an issue with it. But it's kind of like Mythbusters. Has anybody ever seen that show Mythbusters? Where, you hear stuff over the years. They say this can cause this, or if you put a lighter in a car on a dash on a hot sunny day, will it explode? So they go to try the myth. Well, somebody has put this stuff in a shrimp tank and they say it pulls it out and it's worked for them. So I just wanted to see, I'm myth busting it to see if it actually works. You know, because here's the thing. Whether I try something and you go, well, a plant can do that. Well, I understand that. I totally understand that. But it's just me bringing content and saying, hey, I tried this and it actually worked. Or, hey, this is, you know, it's busted. There, you know, the myth is busted. It doesn't work. Or it didn't work for me, so it's up to you. You know, it's just me bringing other stuff to you guys so you guys can maybe laugh and go, hey, that's kind of silly. Or, hey, wow, that's a cool idea. Let's see what happens with that. Or, you know, who knows? But it's not to say that that plants aren't the best thing in the world to put in your tank, because they are, because it's all natural. It's what they're used to. But like I said, with my substrate being so thin, I have no room to plant anything, and I wanted to get away from plants because when you pull a plant up, then all the gunk goes everywhere, and I just wanted to get rid of that. So that's why I do mosses. Mythbusters, yes, that's all I'm doing. Is that Swampy Acres in here? Swampy Acres Homestead, there you are, all right. I see your name today, and someone asked me to reach out to you. Swampy Acres. Yep, reaching out to Dean Sleeves, like reaching out to an addiction. You're not late, sir. You're not late, or man, yeah, you're not late. I mean, we're probably gonna cut off in what would that be? 10 minutes, probably 10 minutes. It'd be 5:30. I still got some fair points. I still have some chores to do. Yeah, McRobbie. Hey, look, you throw stuff out there, dude. Hey, I don't have an issue. Look, you're not being sarcastic or a smartass. I'm a smartass. But if you say it in a funny manner, who cares? But the thing is this is what I try, like the Mythbuster stuff, you know. Hey, would this work? Hey, would this work? Hey, I mean, really, if this worked, some people might not even care because their substrates are super thick and they got plants and they will never ever have a problem to have to use this. But it's just something more I could bring, you know, and throw at you guys. So, yeah. You know, like I tried to say all the time, I don't want to be like the next shrimp channel and that shrimp channel and a fish and shrimp channel. I want people to come here and subscribe and get my number up to 1,000 to help me out, but to go, hey, this guy's different. He brings us stuff. You know, look, I don't make the best videos. You know, cutting and editing and all that. Like, who do I really like lately? Who does a really good job? Bob Moss. That guy, I mean, he just has the time. He's got the knowledge and expertise to make his videos really cool. He puts all these cuts and everything at the end where he swears and it's really funny, and you know, but I don't do that. You know, so it's like I need to bring your attention, get your attention to come here, you know, for other reasons. You know, so that's what I'm saying. I might try stuff where you go, I never need that. Well, okay. But you're here going, well, I would still like to see if it works. You know, they say, I still feel like having at least an inch of substrate is nice and decent for plants, especially with stuff. Yeah. If I didn't have so many tanks to have to do the upkeep in them, you know, with food and how much stuff goes into substrate, then, you know, I would be all for that. If I had 5 tanks, that'd be fine. But, you know, I have 55 just in this room, and then 56, 57, 58 over there, my call tank for my Neos, and then my 120, I have 60 tanks just down here, you know, so I gotta keep my tanks as clean as possible. This is the way I look at it, though. I'm not saying that thick substrate to hold roots is not as good. Which it's if you're not a breeder, it's good because, you know, the feeding and stuff. I don't want it all going down to the bottom. And if it does, then it's so far down there and you got all the detritus. I want to be able to vacuum it, clean it, and keep my water as pristine as possible, which fish tanks are. When they're full of plants, they are. But plants get in my way. That's the other thing. If I go to scoop, if you want 30 shrimp out of a tank or something, moss, I just move it. I can pick it up, take it out of the tank, whatever. Plants, I can't. So I have to go around the plants. They all get pulled out, and then all the detritus and stuff blows around, and it ruins my day. So that's the biggest thing. See, I forget all these reasons to bring up. Back, did I miss the metallic? No, we're on it. It's just she's not very metallic right now. Dang, autocorrect. I'm just here to check out the shrimp before I place an order with you. Well, hey, thank you very much for supporting us. I don't know if, I don't have a huge, my subscribers are, what am I at, 532 now or something? To me, that's a lot. We don't get a ton of orders, the stuff that's going on right now. I understand that, but it's like for everyone to know how much we, thank everyone that supports us, even just by watching the channel. That's huge support. It helps us out. If you can get your friends or family or anybody to subscribe to our channel that could be interested in shrimp, or just to know how to, get a tank going, how to, keep little nano fish, how to keep real big fish, it's how to keep snails. You go into fish stores, you go in there and their mystery snails are all dead and they're just empty shells. And even my buddy says, I don't know, I can't keep them alive. And it's like, you don't feed them. You have to feed them, if they're, if it's a shrimp tank. Because, I'm sorry, most fish stores, they might feed their tanks, but it's so small. If you got 50 fish in the tank, they literally devour everything. They pick at the rocks all day. A snail has nothing to eat, especially a mystery snail. They need stuff for their shells, all sorts of stuff. So mostly when you go in there, the stuff's dead. So people can come on and go, wow, you have all these rabbit snails and their shells are really nice. How do you keep rabbit snails? How do you keep mystery snails? How do you keep, any kind of shrimp? But just so you know, Mr. Groundby, this tank back here, the light went off, but that's a Fluval, the Flex, and that's packed full of plants. Because I keep the substrate at about a 1/2 inch. But the backside, I built it up higher for the plants and then brought it down to almost nothing. So that one's packed full of plants. I have some plants when they're sent to me as gifts or something. But like all my Bucephalandra it's all gifts from my customers, or I buy shrimp and, people, people said it to me and stuff. Pumpkins are real. Donate $5. Thank you. Yes, pumpkins are real, especially ones that own Ford Mustangs that are the same color as pumpkins, that go super, super fast and have nitrous and all that good stuff. But thank you so much. Pumpkins are real for the donation. We so much appreciate it. Thank you. I have soft water. Well, that's good. So Caridina shrimp would probably be just good for you. And if you want Neos, all you got to do is add a little mineralization to it. You can go to the store and buy Brightwell, or you don't have to get Salty B, shrimp, GHKH. You don't have to. My water's soft. I have 98 to 102 coming out of my tap. So it's and I don't remineralize it unless I put the wastewater in there, and that comes that my RO spits it out between 160 and 180. So that's how I get that. I have Brightwell. Yeah, if you got Brightwell You sell snails as well? Yeah, I sell snails. Yep. I'm just actually getting into them, but yeah, if you need, I got those too. Pumpkins are real. That's Pumpkin King. For all y'all don't know that pumpkins are real. Yeah, the sub thing is there's when you hit 1,000, it just opens doors up because what my problem is I'm trying to reach people in my neighborhood, people in Michigan more, people around me. That's why it's not a bad thing to have, people go on their channel and be like, hey, let's try to help so-and-so get to 1,000, but I don't want anybody to help me get to 1,000 if my channel sucks, but I'm at 530 something, 532 or something. And, my opinion, my channel doesn't suck. Nobody here sucks. We just have I don't know. It's like we have all the best of the best here. And if it's only 532, then it's 532. Or 530, whatever. Then that's what it is. But it's just, if you hit 1,000, then, YouTube opens up more doors and starts to promote you more. And which means that, because, people see my stuff. I'll go on, I belong to other groups, and I'll go on there and answer something, and they're like, where are you located? I'm like, well, Detroit. Well, outside Detroit, in the suburbs. They're like, oh man, I need shrimp. I live 20 minutes from you. And I'm like, but that's the whole thing, is I don't like going on these group things and posting stuff. It's like, I'm not joining the group just to promote my name. But if, that's why I try to get to 1,000, so YouTube will promote me more, and get it out there even to people around me, so. Yeah, can see it on, yeah, you could see it. It's just, like I said, they're young, and that one there is less than a ½ inch long, probably right around a ½ inch. So, like I said, I have a female in here, a big female in here. It looks like you took a piece of metal, like a tin foil, and pushed it all over the top. I about crap my pants. I've never, I see Dan's shrimp, they're purple, but, this is, to see something that I got covered in purple like that, I was dumbfounded. I have Brightwell. Yeah, is that Brightwell remineralizer? I have Brightwell too, remineralizer that I use in my cichlid tank, stuff like that. But do you use what's your substrate? And are you talking Carradine or Neos? KH, GH, or under 30, pH is high of 6.4. Oh yeah, you'd be all day with Carradine. Yeah, I know my channel doesn't suck, but that's what I'm saying. If the best of the best subscriber shrimp fam, I don't care if there's fish people in here. I'm a fish person. I'll take anyone supporting us, But if it's 532 of the best, then I have the best of the best, and I'll be happy with that forever. So I was sent here from Chubbs Aquatics here. He highly recommended your shrimp, and he's a good dude in my book. Oh yeah. I met Chubbs when Chubbs came to my channel. He was wanting to buy some shrimps, I think, and I felt, hey, Fish Tropic, yes, long stream. I'm full of hot air today, Tropic. Yeah, he came to my stream looking for some shrimp, and I don't know. I found the guy not entertaining. I found the guy was full of information. Information that I found interesting due to the fact of where he lives. I've always wanted to go to Louisiana. Who cares about Mardi Gras? I want to go. I want to go where alligators are. I mean, not touch them or nothing, but to see alligators and see the swamp and the stuff that lives there. I'm intrigued by that. And I told him, because he was talking about, YouTube and this and that. And I told him, I said, dude, you need to do what I did. Start out doing videos and then go live. I said, because I just think people will find you intriguing. I said, video the swamp stuff, show us what you get out of the swamp. That's the important part. A fish channel showing us what you can pull out of a swamp. Video you throwing the net and pulling stuff out. Show us what's alive in there. So, yeah, that's how I met Chubbs. So, Chubbs, I can't say I was the one who talked him into it, but I was the one who helped him along. I was, the one that, was there to help support him, I should say. Because he helped support me by spending money here. So, yeah, I like Chubbs a lot. I respect Chubbs, and I always will. So, that's just how that is. And I'd still love to this day go to Louisiana when he's got, a few days off, drive down. My wife's for it. My son's for it. I mean, just go down there and spend time and, go out on the water a day or so with them and, see how that stuff is. If you have pH below 7, then you have a 0 kH. Yep, which would be great for Caradinas. If you're measuring pH of tap, make sure you let it sit before testing. Pressurized water contains more CO2, which skews the pH. See what I'm saying? I have all this scientific stuff in this show, so I post your streams in Chappie's Fish Fam Discord. Well, thank you very much, Chevy Fish. If you want gators, come here to Florida. I literally fish with them all the time. Oh, yeah. Well, my brother moved to Florida. I don't know where he lives, but he's always videoing riding his motorcycle down in the Keys. I don't know if he's got a GoPro on it or something, but he'll I want to go there too. My uncle lives in a place called Lady Lake, Florida. I don't know. It's a golf course. He built a condo on a golf course or something. I don't know. I've never been there, but yeah, Florida would be great. Love to go to Florida. That'd be, I'd love to go fishing in Florida because I always thought what's your bass that you have in your saltwater there? Not perch bass. It's so beautiful. Peacock bass, not the ones you get in the pet store, but a saltwater peacock bass. When I was younger, I used to watch the fishing channels, and God, those were. I've always wanted to go on a chartered, but not out in the ocean and catch stuff like that. I want to go in a boat, I don't know, like a bass boat, catch bass and smaller fish, but do that type of deal. I'm big on that. I mean, I go in the ocean too and catch stuff. I think that'd be cool, but I don't know. I like the Four Seasons where I live, but I'm jealous of what so many people have and what they're able to grow up with around them as a kid, that a lot of people don't look at, take for granted. Chubbs knows his stuff. He's a plant whisperer. He can look at a plant and tell you what it is and how to take care of it. See, that's what I'm saying. When I met Chubbs, he knew stuff that I don't think he really paid attention to. He thought anyone would even, he'd be able to use that information for what? So it's all the information, the smarts he has in his brain was just sitting there. That's what I'm saying. He grows up in an area and knows all this stuff kind of because you have to. You got to know what you can eat, what you can't eat, how to live off the land, all this type of stuff. And it's to people down there, it's who cares? But to people that don't know this stuff, they're like, oh my gosh, you have all this insight, you need to share it. That's what I told him. And then all of a sudden he started out. I mean, go back to his first shows, started out. I'd talk to him on the phone and just be like, look, dude, do it. They were supposed to say, I won't exactly say what they're supposed to send me, but him and his buddy's supposed to make me something and send it to me so I can consume it and drink it. But yeah, Chubbs he's a very very smart cat. Very smart cat. It's I think Chubbs is even holding back. I think Chubbs could blow up. Because look, I don't know if you look. I mean, Chubbs hasn't even been on long, and he's almost as many subscribers as I have. I always say that the Fish fam, they're bigger, and there's more out there, which is cool. But I think there's so many doors he could open to go do more, to suck even more people in, to keep people longer, to do longer streams. I don't think he knows the potential that he has. So. Oh, you mod for him? Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I'm buying a net to make better videos. Yeah, seen, all that stuff. You were his catalyst. Well, I don't know. It's Peacock Bass. Yep. I started because, I started watching all these kids and, my son playing these watching these kids play video games. And I thought, I know a lot about fish and fish tanks and the aquatics. Let me start. I think I'd be good at it. And I like to talk, and I can do this. So then I started, and then I was like kind of not nervous to go live, but I was like, do I really have what it takes to go live? Do I have a persona about me that will get people's attention? Am I funny? Am I worth watching? Will I sit here and go, I don't want to do that. It's, sometimes I say words or things that I don't want to say because, I have a brain fart or can't think of what I want to say. And I just say, stuff that I don't want to say. It's like now. I'm reaching for the words that I want to say, and I don't like that, but I don't want people to stop watching, viewers to fall off because, I'm trying to think of the right things to say. So, but I guess when you're at 2 hours and 38 minutes and I'm past what I said, way past 20 minutes past what I said I was going to get off, viewers fall off. You only stretch it so long. Brian wants to shine. I want to shine like a brand new penny. This is how I am feeling living here in Florida. I'm a carpenter. Hey, I'm a carpenter. I'm a union carpenter. Painter, welder. I'm a carpenter, painter, welder. I'm not a fabricator. I fabricate stuff when I weld and stuff, when I build stuff. I do bridges, big bridges to Canada. I do roads, but if you're talking like cars and stuff, no. Amateur astronomer, that's cool. Horticulturalist, same here. I did it for a year. I do landscape design, another random shit. Yeah, I mean it's same thing here because I do a lot of side work. Got a side business, side company. I got to start next week. I start Tuesday. I got to go do a bunch of insulation. I don't know if it was an apartment complex that burnt or they had mold issues, but we got to go ahead and do the ceilings, do the walls, insulate, blah, blah. A couple weeks worth of that. I don't know. Drywall, all that stuff. All I do is learn all the time. You got to. If you don't learn, you're not going to go anywhere. We weren't born with a silver spoon in our mouth. So, we actually have to learn a career, stuff like that, and then pass along. That's the most important part on here is, everybody on here has something to say. Everyone on here has something to say. And, if you can learn from that, then just think of what you're doing for the next person or the next kid coming up. you're helping everybody, so that's a huge positive of, it's like when we were kids, somebody teach you how to fix a car, to rebuild a motor, to do the brakes, to change your oil, to change your transmission fluid, show you how to replace a stereo in your car, to carpentry, to roofing, to putting in a driveway, concrete work, anything that someone has showed you in your life. At your age right now, you can look back and go, hey, Mr. Sanford taught me how to do that. Or Frank that, used to come over when I was a kid, he showed me, this, or, anything. You always remember who taught you something that you still use to that day. So that's kind of what we want to do here is, at least teach people what we know, and then what we don't know, that's what this whole thing over here, this live chat is. And all of you people that are in here, subscribed and not subscribers, but people that come in here, that's what you guys all are. What we don't know, and we all just pass it on to everyone. And you try to leave out of here a smarter person. If you leave out of this stream dumber than when you came in, I'm really sorry. I try not to do that. So, yeah, the fish fam adopted me. I'm trying to raise tilapia. Oh, yeah, to feed my family. And they've been a big help along my way. And I just got my first set of tilapia fry. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Yeah, tilapia is sold at a lot of restaurants. A lot of people don't know that. You might go to get something and ask for something, but you're actually getting tilapia. Yep. Anywho, catch y'all later. Gotta go do some stuff. Yes. Oh, Nick the Dick. Yeah, I'll share out the stream if you can, please. Yeah, we're gonna call this stream because I'm way past. Like I said, I got chores to do. My wife actually has finished picking up the deuce in the backyard from the dogs, and she finished taking down the Christmas lights. She just does so much so I can come on here and stream with everyone. She's a big supporter of our channel as well. She just doesn't sit there and just go, okay, whatever. So she supports the channel as well. And my wife is a veteran. My son is active military in the Army. My wife's an Army veteran. So that's why we take care of our veterans so much. So if anyone ever orders from us, that is a veteran or that is active or anything like that, please let us know, because we give deals for our veterans. We support whatever branch of military you're in. It doesn't have to be Army, anything, and it doesn't even have to be in the United States. So if you are in the military in the UK, in France, anywhere, it doesn't matter. We support any military because, what you guys go through and what you guys do is a big deal. Like I said, even if it's not in the U.S., we still support you because you're putting your life on the line for your country and your countrymen. So, but yes, nice to meet you too, Swampy Acres Homestead. But all right, everyone, thank you so much. Thank you to my moderators so much for helping me with the channel. And thank you so much to all the subscribers for coming and hanging out with us. Because like I always say every time, without you guys, I wouldn't have a channel. And without my moderators, we'd be driving like probably without a steering wheel. So thank you so much to everyone who's a part of this and makes it Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics. So until next time, from Detroit, everybody stay safe and go hug your shrimp and your kids. All right, everybody, peace out, take care, and we love you. All right, see ya.